Hey there everyone, this is Aurelian, and we're playing Knights of the Old Republic 2.
There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way there, though.
Look sharp.
What do we have here? The Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. Corin Falk did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about.
He was right.
We'll see. You may have caught a few of my boys off guard, but let's see how you fight now, Jedi. Attack!
Now, typically, this spot in the game marks my first exile downing. And
This won't take long.
well, I'm actually pretty optimistic this time, simply because so much of the damage comes from
This won't take long.
energy sources, which I'm guarding against really well right now. So, you know, with that in mind. Refresh that. Good. Probably not wise to take on these two while everyone else does other stuff, but whatever. Downed. And downed. Yeah, this is the main problem, though. Everybody has their own ideas of what they want to do. And, well... You're not necessarily going to agree with them. Alright. Those purple shields, by the way, I think are the Mandalorian melee ones, hence why I'm not doing damage to him. Not sure about that, though, because it also seems to be blocking everybody else's damage. So, you know, I don't know. Fedor, switch to your melee. Let's just smash these things to pieces. Yeah, I was never especially in danger here. That's the power of a little bit of damage immunity. And now to do the looting. Infiltrator gloves, they are +2 dexterity, I believe, and computer use and security +4 each. Really good. Should be great for working on T3. Plasteel cylinder here has treats. A Watchman blaster, which is a great craftable, fully upgradable blaster. Might give that to Kreia and then swap it over to Atten. And a disruptor carbine, which is like a disruptor rifle you can't upgrade basically in the disruptor rifle itself, which I don't remember if we've seen one, but they are wonderful. They, oh yeah, someone has one equipped, I think. Anyway, it's 18 to 20 critical threat, which is incredible, and 1 to 10 unstoppable damage, which is a special, completely unblockable type.
Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship.
The TSF said the Ebon Hawk wasn't at any sanctioned landing site. What makes you think you can find it?
The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minocs. So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet. Still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access to the shield network.
Alrighty.
Here, a small anomaly in the shield network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious.
What is it?
It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region.
Santa?
But nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa.
We should investigate this. I feel this is the best bet of finding the Ebon Hawk.
How are we going to get to the polar region?
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago.
So we don't know that the shuttle will still be there or working.
I don't, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship myself.
What are we waiting here for, then?
There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice.
Let's go. I forget if we can use this at all. No, I don't think so. So, let's head on into the facility. Specifically by exploiting the AI's catch-up mechanic.
Yeah?
Somehow Beodur was able to keep step with us. And finally, the first thing that kind of qualifies as a dungeon, really. Like, it's strange to say that, but it really is, isn't it? Depends on how you define progress, I guess. Let's throw on energy resistance, just in case.
This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back.
And yeah, this is his ability in action.
The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these, after you.
And that's why he's great. Now, these graded floors are poison-spewing hellmounds. I'm gonna try not to step in them, but there's no stopping anyone else, so it's best to just accept that it will happen. Oh, good. And there we go. Now, while the loot, if any, decides to show up, we'll slice into the security terminal. Deactivate the local turrets, that's just the ones that we were just fighting. And download the facility map. And we can get a look at the full facility. Came in here. Reactor, military base sublevel. Ah, so the hangar's right here. Relatively close, but of course there's more to this facility, so we know for a fact that there's going to be a wrinkle in our plan. To some extent. Chinese shield and parts.
Might as well take this level up now. It's one of the big ones, level 12. So we'll increase our strength. We'll increase our awareness and persuade, bring up repair to meet both, and throw the last point, I think, into treat injury. We should be good for computer use. For T3. And we also get a feat. I love level 12. So we're going to take Master Dueling, I think. That's another +1 to attack and defense. And we got the Resilience or Soresu lightsaber form. I think I was wrong about the previous one. I think this is the one that's good for fighting groups. Groups of blaster-wielding enemies, specifically. Not that it matters. And we get a power. Now we are level 12. So there's still a couple of levels before we really need to worry about having these available. So I think we will take Force Redirection.
Just get that much better at blocking blaster shots. And yeah, further proof, the local turrets does not refer to these guys. I guess they're mobile droids. Yeah.
Fallen.
They just look like turrets when they're sitting down like that.
I will silence this one.
Administrative ID card, that'll get us into something, I'm sure. Ooh, another Rhodian blade. Those are terrible, but you'll see why I'm excited for that in a moment. And these guys can occasionally drop loot. That's a machine interface, so I think I'm just gonna never ever use it, but you know. And more robots.
Let's end this.
Money and energy shield, that's a letdown. There appears to be some problems with the facility, by the way. Rhodian Deathblade. That sounds fun. What's the haps with that? It's... Jeez. It's still not upgradable, so it's still crap, but you know.
Let's go.
Now, for Beodor, this is a rather exciting level. He gets a feat, and you can go through the trouble of making him more combat effective in various ways, but I kind of like the way that he doesn't use any of these very often. You can give him dueling, you can give him all these things, but I tend to let him do different things, so the only combat effectiveness thing I'll give him is toughness. But we might as well exploit the fact that he's really set to be really good with Master Gearhead on him, since those three are all class skills. I think. I forget. Actually, security might not be. But computer use and repair are basically what he's here for. As for Kreia, pretty standard. She gets determination this level, but again, she's another character who'll never use it. And she's got her violent skills, so I'll go give her improved energy resistance. I'll give her the ability to put it on Sylvek.
And that is attractive to me. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, these turrets may not be able to hurt me now. And you know, that's just the bolts that I don't redirect. Come on, kick it to pieces, there we go. And now, well, look what we have. Access to everything good in the world. We have a workbench, we have a lab bench. Not that the lab bench is especially useful to us now, still, but it's there. Most importantly, we have an opportunity to do some nice things here. Yeah, that's all fine for now. I'm just not feeling strongly one way or the other about her weapon right now. But here's the thing. If Sylvek were to say Force Valor, Beodor would suddenly have a repair skill of 20. Yeah.
So now, we start breaking things down. Anything that's not attractive as a real weapon. Longswords, they're worthless. We'll keep the Vibro Swords, I guess, but Rhodian Blades? The Rhodian Death Blade? What's it ever done for us? Mining Lasers? Worthless. Disruptor Carbine? If I can't upgrade it, why would I keep it? Heavy Combat Suit? It's not good. Sith Battle Suit. Defense is good. But what can you do for me, is the question. Progress Mining Shields are actually surprisingly worth a few components. Yeah, we'll get new characters, and we might not have belts. The data pads are all worth one component each. Totally worth doing now. I tend not to get rid of upgrade pieces. Most of these, by the way, are not worth money, so it's not like I'm throwing away credits or anything. Stealth Field Generator? A vanilla do-nothing Stealth Field Generator? Goodbye. And, I mean, what use do I have for the Spell Shade Neophyte armor anymore? Probably none. Yeah, I mean, it's Persuade and Charisma, so definitely none.
And now we can look at, well, we can take a serious look at what to do with our armor. Now, we do need like a wide variety of skills, which is a little bit unfortunate because it means that I kind of have to sit here, do this, call Kreia over, make her use the thing, and then see what she can do. Because she's the one with stealth and, yeah, treat injury. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit shy of Strengthening Underlay Mark IV, but we can make a Strengthening Underlay Mark III. It'll be an underlay that gives, essentially, accuracy. So let's make one. We can break it down for the same amount, so there's no reason not to at this point. And we also need an overlay for her. Energy shielding is definitely one of the attractive ones. As is ballistic shielding. That would make her... Oh, that's not a bad idea. Because that would make her more resistant to melee damage, which is her current weakness. Ah. Can we get him one more point? No, he's wearing the safety harness. And it was demolitions, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I'll give her that. And we can also think about what to do for Baodur. He's got medium armor, so he's got a few more options. We could give him bonded plates. Just flat out increased defense, but I think because his defense will never be fantastic, giving him energy shielding is probably the more responsible thing to do. The environment underlays, by the way, are pretty nice. The only downside being cold and fire aren't that common. Well, for him for now, I think we'll just leave it at that. That, of course, is just armor. There's much more that can be done, and I may take a look at it off camera. Actually, you know, we will put her in the Zishan Sha. Because it is so pretty. And Baodur, energy shielding, and why not? We'll give him a little bit of regen. Not much we can do with Krea's thing yet. Ooh, but we can upgrade the Watchman Blaster, so let's do that. First of all, it's got a decent critical threat range, so Keen would not hurt. Why not? Broadening chamber, why not? And... ooh. Go with the power cell. And then we'll just check to make sure it's better than what she has. But I'm pretty sure it is. Oh yeah. She's losing an attack bonus point, but that should be fine. And with that, we'll leave it off here. This may be a shorter video when I edit it down, but whatever. I mostly just wanted to get to here and just show off a bunch of crafting and upgrading and stuff. So in the next part, I'll show off a little bit of what I did for everyone off camera, and then we'll get to exploring the rest of this place. Hope to see you there. Goodbye.